Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but for the last several months, there has been many stories, pictures, videos about this massive soup dumpling that has appeared in New York City. So I'm here at the place that makes it, Drunken Dumpling, to try this thing out because I want to determine if this thing is actually really good or is it all hype. Now they only make 25 of these every single day, so I made sure I was here as soon as this place opened to try it out. As you guys know, I love soup dumplings, and this is a review video, so I will be brutally honest with you guys if I like it or not. Well, here it is, the ginormous soup dumpling. It's definitely XL size, so I got a regular basket of soup dumplings to compare. These are the regular ones. This is the Gigantor. These are the kids. This is the grandfather. You get the point, it's massive. And if you can see here, you can see all the soup kind of wobbling around in there, and what they did was they gave me a straw and I was supposed to kind of pierce the skin a little bit and then drink the soup first. This is the biggest soup dumpling zit I have ever seen. Now I'm gonna pop it. It says to pierce the skin with the straw, so from the top. So let's do that right now. And I have, wait, still in the dough section. This dough is tougher than it looks. I thought this would be like a really paper thin dough, and if you pop it, it'll be like a giant zit and explode all over, but this is actually quite a tough dough. And we have entry. There we go. It's so weird. I feel like I'm drinking a bubble tea right now. Wow. Gotta be careful. It is burning hot soup inside. First impression, there's a lot of seafood flavor in this. And that's kind of throwing me off a little bit because usually soup dumplings are made of pork and you get a nice porky flavor, and this is very seafoody. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's just different from all the other soup dumpling soups I've ever had. The soup itself, I feel like definitely needs some vinegar, which they provided. And they were nice enough to grant me some hot oil excess as well. So I'm gonna perform a delicate surgical maneuver and suck some soup into the straw. Hold the top. Extract the soup from the straw and put it into my spoon here. Dump some vinegar into it and try the soup like this. Wow, the vinegar is a lot more acidic than traditional Chinese black vinegar. So I feel like the vinegar isn't just simple Chinese vinegar from a bottle. So if you're eating this, just add a tiny bit of vinegar. Otherwise, it's gonna be really overwhelming. Now what I'm gonna do is, he said you can also cut into the dumpling a little bit. I'm trying not to completely destroy this right now. And I wanna try some of the filling here. So it does look like there is a lot of pork fat in here, but flavor-wise, I definitely taste more of the seafood. The pork has a nice, fresh, clean flavor. It's very distinct. I feel like this is the first time ever since eating soup dumplings that I could tell how nice the pork meat quality is. Now I got a spoonful of dough and some of the filling. All right, the dough, especially the top, very thick. That's to be expected because it is a massive bun. But other than that, it's chewy, it's spongy, got a good texture. I'm just gonna go ahead and slurp up all the soup. Definitely, the shrimpy flavor of the soup is way more overwhelming than the porky flavor of it. And I believe there is a leak on the Titanic. And I think it's going to be, yep, it's all down there now. That's why they put a bowl on the bottom, so it catches all your excess soup when it escapes the mothership. Something else I noticed, there's really not a lot of filling in here. This, I mean, I think I took a little piece of the filling, but this is basically it. And if I poke at it here, and if I dissect this a little bit, yep, oh, there's a shrimp inside. So outside there's pork, and there's a whole shrimp inside. That's pretty cool. Never seen that before. Definitely see some ginger, and I see, okay, wow, this is crazy. So there's crab wrapped in shrimp, wrapped in pork. That's pretty ingenious. Let me just take some of the shrimp and pork. Let me get all the elements in here a little bit and get the overall experience. A couple drops of vinegar, hot oil. There we go. Actually, I really like the pork filling. Pork filling is really good. At this point, this dumpling has pretty much fallen apart. Let's just take another big bite of dough and pork. And I'll dip that in some vinegar and hot oil. You know what? That was actually my most satisfying bite. That bite was nice and porky, a little gelatinous. I could taste the nice flavor of the shrimp and crab. That was really satisfying. Let's see if we can repeat that experience. I really enjoyed that filling, really do. The filling is really big. That's probably my favorite part of this Gigantor. And I've been neglecting these little guys, sorry about that. Let's try one of these and compare. it's since cooled down a little bit, so I'm not gonna dump the soup out. I'm just gonna take a bite. That's a good soup dumpling. There's definitely a lot of soup inside this. It didn't actually look like a lot of soup came out onto the spoon, but when I bit into it, there was still so much soup left in that bun. This place, I feel like what makes them different is that they definitely have the juiciest soup dumplings I've ever had. What's really interesting is that usually when you bite into a soup dumpling, right, you get the gush of soup and then you got the filling, you got the pork filling, which is very distinctive. It's there, it's a clump and you chew it. But here, the soup and the dough is so integrated within each other. That's something I don't think I've ever had before. And that experience is pretty great. So here's what I think. I don't love the mothership soup dumpling as much as the regular soup dumplings. Although it can taste very fresh, I feel like it's a bit one-dimensional. It definitely needed some vinegar, some hot oil to make it more interesting, and even then, it's just so-so. What I really enjoyed about this is the filling, but unfortunately, that's really small. I understand why they did that, because the feature of the soup dumpling is supposed to be the soup, but when I don't enjoy the soup as much, then the filling is the star, and there's just not enough of it. So for $12, I feel like you're paying more for the experience, which is pretty cool. Like, I never sucked the soup out of a soup dumpling before with a straw, which is neat, and if you want to do that, definitely come here and try it out. But this will definitely be a one-off experience for me. So for me, I tried it, I'm glad I did, and I really won't miss it. I did really like the regular pork soup dumpling. There's something just really different about it. I feel like the ingredients are a little bit fresh. The soup thing that I mentioned, that was really awesome for me. My one problem will be with the price. This basket of 6 dumplings was $11. That means each dumpling was about $2. And as good as that was, I don't know if it's $5 or $6 better than what I would find in Flushing. All that aside, I did really enjoy the soup dumplings here. Like I said, I felt like it was definitely the juiciest soup dumpling I ever had. You could tell they used a lot of good quality ingredients. And I get because of that, in this place's location, everything's gonna be pricier, but I feel like it's a lot pricier. So I would say, yeah, come try this place out. Just get ready to spend some money. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching.